Hi, good morning. It's Jen here. I am prepped and ready for a team workshop today. And I wanted to talk about a question that came up recently from Kelly, who's based in Africa. Hey, Kel, thank you very much for asking the question. And I wanted to talk about it with everybody because it comes up time and time again. It's a really frequent and common situation. Now, many of you will know it as the imposter syndrome. And it's that thing where people get into leadership roles and they just don't feel like they should be there. It's a deep down thing. It's fairly normal. It's felt and experienced by some of the most experienced CEOs, executives, leaders of businesses out there at all levels. Female, male, doesn't matter. Everyone talks about it. Well, actually, not all are talking about it, but most experience it. So I thought we'd take the lid off this one today and talk about it because it is so common. And it's something that's an internal thing, and it can really slow you down. For some people, it's a feeling of not feeling like, let's say they are a CEO, it's not feeling like the CEO that they want to feel like. It's an internal feeling. It's not something like you wear it as a name badge or you have it written on a cap or a hat that you're working. It's not written on your desk or your screensaver. It's very much an internal thing of how you feel, okay, as a person. And I think it's really about understanding, well, how do I change that feeling? Because it's so internal, and how to make it differently. So firstly, I think, is really ask the question, when you've gone into this role, let's say you're not necessarily new at it, but you've been doing it for a while, figure out why does it matter? Okay, why does it matter firstly to get rid of this feeling of imposter syndrome, or at least acknowledge it and put it to bay? Because it mightn't be something that you need to get rid of. Okay, I'm really just about acknowledging things because they're normal, they're there, they're human. It's not about needing to sweep it under the carpet or suddenly expel that completely from you. It's normal to feel it. So what do we want to do with it? We want to acknowledge it and park it. So ideally, think about why it matters. Is it impacting your conversations? Is it impacting your airtime? Like, is it really taking up so much space in your brain that that's distracting you or making you procrastinate on jobs or activities or working on areas of the business that you need to be putting time and investing your energy into? Okay, so if that imposter thing does slow any of that down or is stopping it, blocking it, hindering it, harming it in any way, shape or form, then yeah, time to acknowledge the imposter syndrome and park it so you can move on and get things done quickly, more efficiently. So here's what I'd recommend if you have got some of it going on. Firstly, you're in the role, okay? You're possibly going through a space of learning curve, ideally learning, because if you're not learning, you could be ripe and rotting as CEO perhaps, or the leadership role you're in, or are you ripe and like really growing and learning? Okay, green and growing we call it instead of ripe and rotten. So take a look at it and go, well, am I learning at the moment? Am I taking those learnings on board? Am I learning from every single conversation that I've had or activity that I've done? If it's an area of business, let's say around finance, and it's not your strong suit, and so you're sitting there in that role and you have to do a lot of financial work that you've not done a lot of before, then maybe that's time to get some education around that, learn and grow. If it's something around the people stuff that you're really struggling with, that's your area you need to work on, then invest in getting the help to learn more about people and understand people, what makes them tick, okay, and how to motivate and inspire them, how to get the best out of them. That's an area to work on. If it's something around sales and marketing and that's not your strong suit, and suddenly you're in this role of leadership that you need to be really strong in that, and it's some area of the business that it's not your strong suit, then get learning, okay? Get educated, really understand what do I need to have now in my toolkit, okay, to move forward and be better at my role. And then I think another key area is really looking at mindset, because ultimately we've all got some great resources and tools. To have got the role in the first place, you've got some really good tools there, okay? And you are a great person and great CEO. So keep working at it. Keep exploring, keep learning from what you're growing with and learn from the mistakes. I'm a big believer there's no failure, only feedback. So if a conversation last week didn't go so well, a meeting wasn't run as efficiently as you'd have liked, you didn't get the outcomes you wanted, then review it. Okay, what did you learn from it? What would you do differently next time? And how can you do it better? Review, and then next week, new week, start fresh, go again. Okay? Trust that's helpful. Listen, if you have any questions about the imposter syndrome, shout out down below, and I'll get back to you. We can have a chat on things. If you'd like more help with getting your team to talk more efficiently, and you'd really love to be feeling fully empowered and magnificent as that leader, that CEO, then reach out, check in, let's talk. Bye now, have a great day.